Well, hey pals, welcome back to Peeps Wax Packs, and welcome to another edition of Peeps Pickups. This episode is upside down in the fact that it's all about moments in history, sports history, hockey history in this case, where it was all turned upside down by the Great One. Card number 1 in the 1990 OPC hockey release commemorates this feat. Shown here early on with the Indianapolis Racers, Wayne Gretzky is featured on this little 3-card subset. Number 1, I thought that was pretty clever by OPC. Number 1 on the Indianapolis Press headline, as well as being card number 1 in the set. Then you've got number 2 with the Oilers, and number 3, let's get a little better light on this. Number 3, of course, with the LA Kings, his current team at the time of this release. Anyway, this little subset commemorates Gretzky's record-breaking 851st point, surpassing Gordie Howe on the all-time points list. Turning the sports world upside down, Wayne Gretzky was the one to do it, and nobody's even come close to doing what Wayne Gretzky has done in a single season or in a career, or I guess Ovechkin has a chance, an outside chance at getting the goal scoring record. We'll see. That would be very interesting. I think he'd have to put in a few more big seasons to get there, but that would be interesting. But I digress. The pickups. Let's get on to the pickups. That is just the backdrop. I'd like to get that first one graded there, to have all 3 graded in PSA form. But let's get to this one. My big pickup recently is the 1986 OPC card number 260. I got it in a near mint 8. And it was the nicest looking 8 or 9, frankly, that I could find. And being the assigned grade is an 8, made it cheaper, and this commemorates Wayne Gretzky's 215-point season. Now, Wayne Gretzky's 215-point season is an all-time high. It's a record that I think will never be touched, not unlike the 56-game hitting streak from Joe DiMaggio. I just think this is one of those records that's never going to be sniffed again. 215 points in one season. And interestingly, it's a scoring leader card. It's not a record breaker card. He had already had record breaker cards before this one, and perhaps OPC/Tops was, just assuming he was going to break it again, which is mind-boggling to me. And I don't know. What do you say about this? I just think it's a really important card commemorating 215 points in one season, a record that I think will never be broken. And so I just thought it would be a very solid card to get of Wayne Gretzky. And, it's a nice shot. It's a nice design. The red banner behind the name Wayne Gretzky kind of picks up on the red PSA label up top. I also think this would look great in an old school CSG slab, and I did look for that, but didn't find one. This was the best example I could find. It was in a PSA holder, and I'm much more about the card and not the holder. It could be CSG or SGC or PSA. I'm kind of I'm mostly just getting those 3, looking for those 3. That is. Occasionally, I'll get a Beckett slab, but I have very few of those. And it's not a knock against Beckett. It's just, the cards I'm finding, I'm looking at the card first. And next, we have the 1990 OPC Premium number 38 Wayne Gretzky, shown here with the Kings in a mint 9. This was super reasonable, very cheap, less than the cost of a blaster, if you can believe it. This commemorates the 2,000-point hurdle for Wayne Gretzky, something that was just unheard of in the NHL. The idea that a player could surpass 2,000 points. And, the fact that Gretzky would go on to score 800 plus more points beyond that is absolutely insane. But I love this little sort of landmark achievement, 2,000 points in the NHL, another landmark achievement, point total. I don't think anyone will ever reach 2,000 again. And here it is. Here's the back of this OPG Premier. I don't love the design on the back of this. It seems rather basic, but I do like this 2,000 point, the significance of the achievement on this card. And I believe there's another 2,000 point achievement, sort of another card out there that recognizes the 2,000 points. And I'm looking for that one. I can't remember who released it. But anyway, maybe you hockey lovers can tell me if there's another 2,000 point card that's a must-have in the Wayne Gretzky files. So there you have it. The great one, turning the sports world upside down. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for coming by another episode of Peeps Pickups. And take care, everybody.